He always included everybody. He always made everybody feel special. He was just, you couldn't ask for a sweeter kid. He was just a really good kid.
Chancey Herbert speaks proudly of her son as any mother would. But unlike many mothers, Chancey knows a pain not many can relate to.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Yeah.
On February 15, 2018, Chancey and Landon Herbert's middle child and youngest son, Ledger, died by suicide at just 15 years old.
We didn't know Ledger was that bad, and I mean, until it happened.
His parents nor anyone around him saw the signs that tragic day. They were told he was excited at school, just got a part in the school play, but something changed that afternoon.
What happened from the time he got home to, when he did it.
The month of September is recognized as National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, a time to share and help others, which is something the Herberts continue to do with Ledger's story.
People want to sweep it under the rug. They think if you talk about it, it'll bring on more suicide. But I think it's the exact opposite. We need to talk about it more.
Many times friends and families affected by a suicide loss don't know where to turn, which is why Ledger's family created the phrase #LoveLikeLedger and a softball tournament every year, not to glorify the act, but to remember their son while sharing their story of losing someone to suicide.
It's a disease. It's like having cancer. I mean, they can't help it. It's just something that happens.
Yep.
And
it's definitely not an easy thing to talk about, especially, once you've gone through it.
But at the same time, they know thousands of people suffer from depression or some other kind of mental health concern. So it's why Ledger's little sister Jade took to social media to get people talking about depression and helping those in need.
People don't understand what depression is, and if you don't understand what depression is, I definitely would love for you to understand it, because if your loved one is needed, really has to have it and needs help, it's awesome to be there for them. And I wish I could have been there more for my brother, but obviously it took a lot, not knowing the signs of suicide.
According to stats from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, with more than 48,000 Americans dying in 2018 and 1.4 million attempting suicide that year. But those numbers can change. That's something the Herberts believe. Suicide didn't define their son. It was caused by something out of his control.
the worst thing about it is there's not a lot of signs, because there usually are the happy people. They're the ones that are smiling all the time and trying to help other people because they know how they feel. So they don't want other people to feel like them.
Known as a lover and a hugger, Ledger's passing is something that can't be changed. But his family hopes by keeping his memory alive and talking about his battle, they may be able to help someone else fighting their own battle too.
We don't try to hide it. It happened. And so if we can help somebody or save somebody by doing something like this, then it's all worth it.
Chris Roush, KQ2 News.